dirty secrets are going to be exposed. We're going to be shaking trauma to the surface. Higher consciousness is our choice now, ladies and gents. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis and once again I am on the road, ladies and gents. Well, first and foremost, I want to I seem to apologize to you guys a lot, right? I want to send a big apology out to you guys because I actually channeled this information quite a while ago now, but I haven't had the time to film it until now. So please accept my huge apologies for this. So the reason I haven't had time to film until now has been, we've been really building the momentum and getting everything ready for Soul School 3. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm on the road. I'm doing some massive energy work right now. Really exciting stuff. I know some of you are feeling me. I've noticed by the messages that you're sending and stuff, and you're letting me know what's going on with the weather in certain locations. And I know you guys know in your soul where I am and what I'm doing. But, you know, as always, I just keep very, very quiet, hush hush, until the work is done. So once again, thank you for all of your messages and your emails, guys. You are absolutely amazing, and the feedback off the videos recently has been really incredible. So please do keep giving us feedback, and you can email us at any time at support@lucydavis.com. Now, some of you have had very exciting emails drop into your inbox today, and I just wanted to share here, we are not through with the scholarships yet. The deadline was Monday, the 23rd of October, to get your application in before the end of day. A number of conversations have taken place, and a number of you have had the email from me today. Morwenna is unexpectedly off today and tomorrow, so you've actually been getting emails from me. And she's going to be running the rest of the calls on Thursday. So if you haven't heard back about your space yet, please do not panic or think that you haven't got it. We will be in touch, okay? So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. Second thing, Soul School tickets are still on sale. We have had a phenomenal response so far, and we've still got 2 weeks and 5 days to go, ladies and gents. So please do go to the description field, and there's a link in there for Soul School, and you can book your tickets there. We have organised the food, we have organised the videographers, you name it, we got it sorted. It has come together so quickly, and we are really excited. Would you be shocked to know, because I was shocked, that I've actually channeled the information for Soul School already. Now, I know this will probably change, and my team laughed at me when I said to them, look, this is what I've got. But it looks amazing. It looks as if it's going to be pretty big for the amount of time that we're together. But you know what? It looks pretty amazing from what they've given me so far. So I am so super excited. We're going to be running Soul School on the 12th of November. I was going to say September then, that's long gone. 12th of November in Birmingham, slap bang in the middle of England. So that's where we're going to be hanging out on that date. Other than that, I just wanted to say we had an amazingly powerful healing hangs on Sunday evening. And ladies and gents, there is talk of me doing just one more before the end of the year. I said outwardly that I wasn't going to be doing it, but I've been asked to do just one more. So I'm going to feel into that and see whether that is something that we should be doing around helping break the cycles that people get into in and around Christmas, around self-sabotage. So do keep your eyes open, and do let us know in the comments if this is something you would like me to run. Enough about all that. Anyway, let's talk about the full moon. The full moon is happening on October the 28th, 2023. And ladies and gents, it's time to buckle up and ride those cosmic waves once again, because we are stepping into Scorpio season. Transformation cannot be avoided now. Literally, it can't be avoided. So stop trying to avoid it. Stop pretending to be something else. Now is the time where people are going to see you for exactly who you are, and you are going to see yourself for exactly who you are. So please take your rose-tinted glasses off, or the emotional trauma that makes you want to blame and shame everybody else, and start taking responsibility. Otherwise, that karma stick is going to be beating you around the backs of your legs, which none of us want, let's be real. So this full moon is going to bring in some extremely unsettled behavior. It is going to bring in heightened emotions. Now that can obviously go both ways. When we hear heightened emotions, we always think, tears, crying, you know, those kind of things. But actually, as much as it can create fear, it can also create giggling and laughter and happiness and love. Heightened authenticity. That's what we're looking for. So, like I say, don't automatically assume the worst. Just put it out there and just be you is exactly what I would be suggesting that you guys do right now. Expect surprises. Expect surprises. I am getting surprised every single day right now, ladies and gents, by different things that are taking place and different opportunities that are presenting themselves. And you know, just the people that I am meeting and the conversations that I'm having. Opportunities are going to be shocking. They're going to be fast and they're going to be long lasting. Okay, so we may see something that has always been the same for a very long time, all of a sudden, boom, just change. Just like that. Expect endings. Now, I have been told, I mentioned this on my Lucy Davis Live on Monday, three very good friends of mine have reached out to me in the last week and told me that they're divorcing their partner, they're leaving their partner. Now, expect endings. Now, it might not be your relationship if your relationship is happy and peaceful and harmonious. It might be your career. It might be watching a certain person. It might be the way that you're eating. It might be the exercise regime. But as much as there is an ending, you've got to look at the opportunity of a new beginning. Endings are always quite painful, but they disguise the most beautiful beginnings. So as much as we are stepping through this massive period of transformation and shifting right now, please do lean into the fact that you have this opportunity to create everything afresh. And maybe it's not everything in your life. You know, for me personally, in April, I literally threw a bomb into my life and ended everything other than my work and started afresh. And even my work has shifted massively. People have noticed how much my work has shifted since me doing that. You know, did it feel comfortable? No. Did I enjoy it? No. Was it painful? Yes. Was it emotional? Yes. But you then start to walk out and you start to step one foot in front of the other. And then you look back and you're like, wow, that was a blessing in disguise. Dirty secrets are going to be exposed. Now, I've been saying this for a very, very long time. No one who has been doing ill of others is going to be okay. They are going to be hit with the karma stick. They are going to be having things going wrong in their life, maybe health issues kicking in, maybe opportunities being taken away from them. Like, honestly, you are going to see these people start to crumble. And the only way that they are going to be able to elevate and come back out is by putting their hands up and saying, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I did this, I did that. What do I need to do to put it right? Now, I'm talking governments, I'm talking medics, I'm talking your normal, average, everyday partner. Dirty secrets are coming out. Dirty secrets around money. Dirty secrets about theft. Dirty secrets around lies and deceit and devious behavior. There will be naming and shaming. There will be naming and shaming. Personally, not my approach, but there will be naming and shaming, and you will be witness to it all. There is going to be nowhere to hide when it comes to money. Now, what I kept getting when I was channeling this is that there's a lot of criminal activities that have been taking place. I mean, I'm sure we could all think of lots of different things, but there's a lot of criminal activity that has been taking place that's kind of like gone under the radar. And it is, you know, what they're showing me is very much around money laundering, around toxicity of drugs. Again, like I said earlier, theft. Anybody that has taken money that was not theirs, anybody that has taken money that has been premised off of the back of drugs, anybody that has money laundered or cleaned money up, or maybe taken money to do this over here, this is all going to come to the surface. There is going to be no way of hiding it. People that are selling you products for $300 when it costs $1. This is the kind of behavior that has to come to the surface now. People need to know who they can trust. And there's a lot of people out there that you trust right now that should not be being trusted. And this is what is going to happen. Think back. I mean, some of you will say not, but, you know, because maybe this never resonated with you. But at one time, a lot of people trusted the governments. I've never voted. I've never done any of that. So I knew something, but I can't say that I didn't trust them. I can't say I ever thought about it until, you know, in and around 2010. That's when I started going, what are these fools doing? What are these clowns doing? You know, so all I'm saying here is that's my personal perspective. So, but what's going to be happening now is that all of this stuff has to come to the surface because the world is waking up. There is a massive spiritual awakening taking place. You know, people that you never thought would wake up are all of a sudden talking to you about, you know, dragons and not unicorns, but, you know, that kind of thing. It's quite interesting. There is going to be no let up, ladies and gents. There's uncompromising links to honesty and truth. There is no way that we can quantum leap. My apologies. There's no way we can that quantum leap into a world of peace and harmonious living with the dishonesty, the deviousness, the deceitfulness, the mistruths that have been being told, that continue to be told through certain movements and certain platforms. Now, people are seeing it. People are waking up to it. Please don't get me wrong. My gosh, it's massive, the shift that has taken place. But it's still going to keep on keeping on until everybody gets it. We're going to be shaking trauma to the surface. We have just over 2 months left of 2023. And we are going to be shaking trauma to the surface. People pleasing will be shaken out of us. Freedom of speech will be empowered within us. Freedom of action will be empowered within us. Authenticity is the only way forward from here. Now, if you've been paying attention to my videos recently on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube on here, you will know that I've been speaking about authenticity and the vibration of authenticity a lot. There is a reason we're repelled by certain people. There's a reason people make us cringe. There's a reason, you know, sometimes we need to step away from people, and it's because we realize that they're not authentic. And it tends to be the people blaming everybody else for not being authentic that is actually telling you that they're not being authentic, if that makes sense. So this energy is going to be being brought to the surface right now. It's going to be shaking us awake. That's the only, I always get shaken awake and shaken awake and shaken awake and constantly, like, maybe I've got a little voice in my head, but this is the information that I hear from my guides. There is going to be power struggles. We're going to see people panicking that they're losing their platforms. You know, we've seen a lot of the doctors and the health experts or the holistic health experts taken down off of YouTube. There's going to be a power struggle between like these technology companies and people really wanting their voice still to be heard. So where do they go? Likewise, you guys know my guides want to come through when my nose itches, and it's just, I'm so sorry. It just, now is not the appropriate time for you to come through. These power struggles aren't just going to be in and around, you know, the politicians and the medical industry and things like that. It's really going to be, oh my goodness, they won't leave me alone. There's going to be a situation in the US, which is going to be a particularly interesting power struggle, because there is a perception that I really don't want to say that. There is a perception that there are multiple options when there are not multiple options. That's the way that I'm going to word it to you guys. Take it or leave it. Thank you, if you can leave me alone now. So the power struggles that are out there are going to be in the relationships that you're in. They're going to be with your school teachers, your kids, you know, everything. It's not just the politicians and people like that. So please, please, please do recognize when the power struggles kick in, and it could just well be a misunderstanding, and then there's a bit of a power struggle. Just don't engage with it. Go back to it when you feel that struggle piece of the puzzle has been removed, has been stepped away from. Okay. Unfortunately, ladies and gents, narcissistic behavior is going to be triggered big time over the course of this full moon. Like, it's going to be a big deal because people are starting to lose the belief that they used to have. So their narcissistic traits are going to come up. They're going to be triggered and shown to people that are not willing to see it before. There's a lot of people out there that talk a good story and they talk loyalty and things like that, but actually when push comes to shove, they're not loyal. They're just loyal to whoever's in front of them rather than being loyal to the core. And this is something that has to come out. And what does the full moon do, ladies and gents? It shines a light on all of these things. I know it sounds pretty heavy right now, but trust me, it's going to be a really powerful, beautiful full moon. And I know it's already very powerful. The energies that have been coming through me and the people that I work with it's next level. My clients are experiencing such catastrophic shifts. The shifts that we got from Sunday night's Healing Hangs was next level around abundance. I've had somebody email me today basically saying, is this the full moon or is it the Healing Hangs? Like, what's impacts me? And I'm like, it's probably both in reality. So raw truths are going to come to the surface. Raw truths. It's going to be real. We're going to see real. We're going to see reality now. We're going to see the way that people are. And, you know, we're seeing lots of naming and shaming of people on social media in and around their belief systems and things like that. And really the rawness is going to start to come up now, because this is about stripping everything back, being stripped to the core and just being absolutely, and I don't mean physically naked, but naked and raw in emotions, being able to be your authentic, vulnerable self. And unfortunately, ladies and gents, for some bizarre reason, we signed up to be stripped bare this lifetime so that we could step forwards into this higher vibration of consciousness that we are heading towards right now. Talking of that, love is going to be raised under the moon on the 28th of October. Relationships are going to be questioned in every which way. If you didn't watch my video, go and watch my video from Monday night around relationships. It gives you a bit of an insight, and we had a really good laugh on there as well. So it's a really good video to watch. But relationships are going to be questioned. Now I'm talking friendships, partnerships, intimate partnerships, business relations, all sorts of things. We're going to be questioning everything, because this is where we are in our journey right now. Love has an opportunity to rise, and it could be brand new love. You know, you may have just come out of a relationship and you may meet somebody very, very quickly, because this is the vibration that we are going on right now. If you are brave enough to stand up and speak your truth and, you know, be brave enough to walk away, we are getting rewarded very, very quickly now. So do keep the faith, ladies and gents, even if you don't want a relationship that quickly. Maybe, just maybe, keep your eyes open, because somebody might come in as a friend who may long-term end up being your partner, which is just a beautiful thought, if you ask me. The awakening is going to be taking a much faster speed now. We are stepping forwards, and I don't know about you guys, but time is just, I mean, what even is time? Okay, but it's literally, you wake up, you do a couple of bits, then you're back in bed again, aren't you? And then you wake up, you do a couple of bits. Like, it's nothing like you used to be able to do in the olden days, should I call it. So do be aware that everything is happening at a much faster speed, and we should be embracing practices now of awakening, you know, practices of spiritual hygiene, practices of meditation, practices of getting out into nature, just making sure that our physical vessel is completely aligned for our mind, body and soul. Very, very important. Now, there will be financial implications surfacing due to the volatility that is going to be taking place on the markets. I actually see, I've been told, got a very good friend who's a surveyor in the UK, and he told me on Saturday or Sunday that a lot of the building work is actually drawing to an end. You know, big sites that they've started working on, they're going to stop the development because actually everything has slowed down and the market has really ground to a halt. So do not be surprised if we start to see the footprint into a recession, which I'm predicting will probably be first quarter of 2024. So do expect financial implications due to this taking place. So just be very careful with your money, ladies and gents. Obviously, what I'm saying here is my own personal perspective. Please do not trust it or go and do anything. I'm no way qualified to speak about money anymore. So please just hear it and just do whatever you feel is right to protect you and your family. Keep some cash on you at all times. I'm not saying the banks are going to crash. I'm just saying that I do think that we're going to be stepping into a bit of a recession. So it's best to have that conversation. We are going to be questioning our values, our beliefs, and our standards during this period of time. And all of these things are going to be exposed as well. So this is going to happen with people are going to come into your life to trigger you, to see if you're true to your values, your beliefs, and your standards, you know, and your boundaries. Let's be honest about it. People are going to test all of these things to see if you are actually being authentic. So do not be surprised when you get hit with that. There's no point having a hissy fit about it. Just stay in your truth, speak authentically and lovingly, and you will be able to get through it very quickly. Now, a lot of the work that I have been doing and I am going to be doing is actually creating glitches in the matrix. We're actually seeing and feeling quite a lot of timeline shifts right now. I know people that have been reaching out to me is like, I'm slipping between realms right now. Like I feel as if I'm in one timeline 1 minute and then another timeline another minute. This is what's happening. We're kind of like collapsing everything down so that everything is just into alignment. So like that's all of our past lives, that's our ancestors, everything coming into this timeline, which is bloody exciting if you stop and think about it, ladies and gents. You know, we have gone full circle with so much in the last 2 years. Be so proud of how far that you have come, what you have completed, and what you've actually moved on from. Like, I don't know about you, but even at the start of 2023 to where I am today, I am so proud of me. You know, I am so proud of me, and I am so grateful for the journey that I've been on, even though it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. My goodness, am I grateful for it. And I hope you realize how important you are and how much this puzzle, the whole overall puzzle, needs you. You know, you are so important in this mission, and I just wanted to remind you of that today. Falsities are going to rise and be demanded to stop. Like I've said on a number of occasions during this video, authenticity is the only way to step forwards. And so we are being challenged to really lean into that. Safety and security will be questioned. There's going to be, as I mentioned, financial issues. I'm anticipating some noise around food again. We've got to change the way that the systems are working for us to be able to move forwards with the new. And more often than not, we cannot have a really peaceful ending and a new beginning. It tends to be, like I said earlier, quite a catastrophic ending. And then all of a sudden we're like, wow, actually, this beginning was intended for me. So just remember that things must come to an end if it's not your destiny. That may be a move, that may be a career change, that may be a relationship. Expect harsh words to be spoken. People are angry right now, ladies and gents. I don't know if you've noticed this, but people are angry right now. So expect harsh words doesn't mean you need to reciprocate harsh words. Remember, the person's telling you exactly where they are at. I was going to do a video on projection this week, but I've done one very recently. So I'll tag back to the projection video in this video as well. Do refresh your mind with that. Do go back and watch that, because, you know, everybody is showing you exactly who they are by what they are doing and what they are saying. I did a lovely little TikTok video. So actually, I'll add that to my YouTube stories as well, so that you guys can see that. I'll do that straight after this. Stop fighting and attempting to control things, ladies and gents. The only way that we can get through this is by releasing, surrendering, and allowing the magic to unfold. We've got to stop fighting with the old. We just got to stop fighting generally. Look at how fighting serves us. You know, is what's going on around in the world at the moment, the Ukraine, Russia, the Israel, Palestine, you know, is any of that actually serving anybody? I know a few people it's serving, but very, very few people, right? So we need to stop fighting. We need to come together. We need to unify, and we need to say, we do not consent to this behavior. That's what we need to be doing. You know, us getting our gloves on and wanting to go and fight, it is just playing into their hands, stepping into fear, it's stepping into the lower vibrations. We need to come together and say, no, we're a unified front. As I said at the beginning, transformation, transformation, transformation. Death and rebirth is going to be massive right now. We've gone into our little cocoon, and it's so gross, the process that the butterfly goes through, but we're just kind of like going through that treacherous stage of having to turn into liquid to be able to transform and come out as the butterfly. Actual systems, belief systems, emotional systems are all being brought to the surface so that we can transform, ladies and gents. We have no option but to transform. Like I said at the beginning, you can keep on hiding, you can keep on pretending, but you're just going to be stuck in a loop for the next 10 years. For me, it's about just taking one foot in front of the other and being a better person each and every day. Helping another person, you know, showing up for another person. You know, you don't even have to spend money to do any of that. You can literally just be a good person and sprinkle kindness wherever you go. You know, be kind and watch kindness spread like a ripple across the world. Now, shadow work is going to intensify. Now, we've actually got an alignment with the Pleiades at the moment. And this links very clearly, and why transformation is such a massive thread through this full moon reading this time, through this full moon energy, is because when the alignments take place with the Pleiades, there is catastrophic transformations. And what's very interesting is some of the work that I will be doing over the coming 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is linked to working with that star constellation. So do expect the darkness to come up within. Do expect to have to look at yourself in the eye. Are you as chilled as you make out that you are? Are you as articulate as you make out that you are? Are you letting alcohol in and driving you? So there's a real thread at the moment, and I've been told very, very clearly that where alcohol is concerned, this is where the distractions are going to come from. So just be very, very careful, ladies and gents, and up your spiritual hygiene would be my recommendation. I'm choosing to not be in the vicinity of alcohol right now because of this message that I got. So I'm just choosing to not be anywhere near it. And luckily I'm the kind of person that can go out and have fun and whatever without having to have alcohol these days, so just be very, very aware of that. We are going to be rolling back to basics. We're going to be listening to the calls of our soul, and we are going to be much more aligned to nature. When I'm talking about rolling back to basics, it's stillness, it's connection, it's laughter, it's physical touch, it's peace, it's harmony. Now, there is ways that I do this. So I do breath work every single day. I meditate every single day. I ground every single day. I keep things as simple as I possibly can. The other tool, which is my absolute favorite tool, and I'm sure many of you remember when I used to have the piss taken out of me for doing this, but I journal every single day, twice a day without fail. This is the most powerful tool for me personally. I just feel drawn to talk about the power struggles a little bit more, because I just saw something that I just feel we need to just go there. Education. There's going to be some sort of toing and froing. The same with medical, the same with politics, the same in family. Okay, so just be very aware of that. They just showed me a school and a church and things like that. So more community buildings, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. So do expect that this power struggle is going to come into every single area of our life. There is a massive surge of increased sensitivity that is taking place on the planet right now. So do expect outbursts, especially if you've got children who are what they call special needs. They're the bright ones. They know best. they're the ones that are really connected to source, and they are so sensitive to it, which is why they will be having outbursts, because they'll see things or they'll feel the vibration way before you will. Okay. Expect difficult conversations. I know a lot of you run away from those things, but difficult conversations are very, very important right now, because difficult conversations, when you have them, become easier. People know where you stand with it when you have a difficult conversation, when you put boundaries in place. A lot of people, when I put boundaries in place, go, "Oh my God, you're so mean," or you're pushing me away, or that because they'll hear what they want to hear. But actually, the reason I'm putting a boundary in place is because actually I quite like you and I want you to stay in my life. Because if I don't want to put a boundary in place with you, then I'll just walk away and there will be no more conversation. So look, we need to revamp, and we need to change the way that we look at boundaries. And maybe I'll be doing a video on that soon. Now, this is really intriguing, especially what I was saying a short time ago around the alcohol. I kept being shown the Pied Piper. For days, I kept being shown the Pied Piper. And I'm like, look, what are you trying to show me here? The Pied Piper energies, like, they're leading people astray. Oh, come with me. Come and have a drink. Oh, come with me. Come and do this diet. Hey, come with me and come and do that. Ladies and gents, keep your wits about you. Discernment, discernment, discernment. There are many Pied Pipers that are wolves in sheep's clothing, and you really do need to keep your wits about you. I wouldn't be trusting anyone right now, literally. And I know that sounds very negative, but your inner circle, lean on them, trust on them. And other than that, I would just keep your wits about you. Again, there is going to be an expansion of love. So many heart-driven activities are going to be taking place. We are such a tiny proportion of what is actually going on the planet. And what we need to be recognizing right now is that every single time we choose love, every single time we choose heart-driven activities over the fear, over the noise, over all that stuff that they're still spewing all over social media and over the news and things like that, we need to come together and just remember that love and authenticity is far greater. So we only need like 1% of the population really to be able to create the shifts that the darkness needs to create what they're doing. Abundance is on the rise, ladies and gents. Opportunities are going to present themselves. There is going to be opportunities for abundance in health, in wealth, in all sorts of areas of life. So be open to it. Set the intentions every day. Every day. I set the intentions every day, and my goodness, do they happen quickly. Allow the space to be created for the new to come in. So if you have been clinging on to something and it hasn't been serving you and you haven't really been getting where you want to go, maybe it's time to let it go. But likewise, if you've just started something, do not become lazy and go, it's just not working for me. That's old traumas coming to the surface as ego piping up at you. Higher consciousness is our choice now, ladies and gents. Our choice. We're all pieces of the puzzle, but it's an individual choice what we do from here. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm really sorry to do this, but I've got to do it. I was told very clearly that the waters are going to continue to rise. Mother Nature is purging. Interestingly, it's a lot of the places that I've been to over the last couple of years. The word they gave me was demons. Demons are being cleansed. So let's just trust that this is all happening for us right now. And I know that this is scary when you see, like, I've been sent photos and like cars are completely submerged underwater and things like that. Like this is wild what's taking place. Please, let's just trust that everything's happening for us right now. But keep your eyes on the water. Keep your eyes on the water at all times, and we will come together and we will do what we need to do. And I am constantly checking at the moment what's going on, where the storms are heading. And because although I know that this is shifts that need to take place to cleanse the planet, we do really, really need to be careful of what's going on. Now, the waters of the world connect everything. Everything. So this is why we need to connect or keep our eyes on the water, because if you remember, I created the Golden River between Scotland and the south of England, and the Golden River has basically gone out around the whole world. So we can tap into that frequency of abundance if we so choose. The world is connected by the water. Consciousness can be seen within water. Within the vibration, within the vibration that's created in the water, we can see consciousness. So ladies and gents, let's trust that the water is doing her thing. Let's trust that Mother Nature right now is doing everything that she needs to do to get us to safety, to get us out of where we are right now. So ladies and gents, that is the full moon energy update for this time, for the 28th of October 2023. If you haven't already got a pen and paper, please do pause the video now and go and grab yourself a pen and paper, because I'm going to give you a cheeky little exercise to get you through these very, very intense energies. Now, you can do this up to 10 days after the event. So that will be to the 7th of November. Okay. Right then, step number one, ladies and gents, as always, we're going to cleanse our auric field. Just cleanse around the physical body, saying, please remove anything that no longer serves me for my greatest good. Then I want you to go around your space and cleanse the space, saying, and open the windows and just say, please be gone. Anything that is not for my highest good or for humanity's highest good, please be gone. Leave via the window. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Step number 3, get your beautiful space set up. So if you like to meditate lying down, make sure that you've got some crystals or some candles or some incense or something going, or your salt lamp or whatever. Just make it really beautiful and maybe have some music in the background. I always recommend Milan. She was amazing. And solfeggio frequency. So just go to YouTube and you can find Milan, or you can find solfeggio very, very easily and quickly. Then I would like you to drop into meditation for 16 minutes. That's the number they just gave me. And I want you to look back over the last 2 years, because this full moon is very, very linked to November 2021. So have a little look at what you were doing in November 2021, where you were, how you were feeling, what sort of things you were going through, and just go back through the last 2 years. Okay, just have a little look, have a little reminder as to what you remember from the last 2 years. When you come out of your meditation after 16 minutes, I want you to answer these 2 questions. 1, how have I changed? Me personally, I've changed massively in every sense. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, without any question, I've changed in every sense. And I'm going to be doing this exercise myself, just so you know, ladies and gents. And then the second question is, what fires you up? What's important to you now? And then off the back of those 2 questions, set yourself some intentions. Keep them somewhere safe. And let's make this happen, ladies and gents. I hope that you have found this video useful today. It's been lovely to be back with you. Once again, I am so sorry that it's taken a few days to get this filming done. I will get it to you. I will get it uploaded as quickly as possible, so that you can start to revel in these energies. I know that you can all feel them already, but we'll get this uploaded so you can step into those. All right, ladies and gents, it's my absolute pleasure as always. I will be back with you super, super soon with the November energy update. Lots of love, guys. Take care and have the most beautiful day.